everybody. I'm Meteorologist AJ Colby here, and happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a great Father's Day weekend. The weather turned out pretty good, actually. Boy, it is hotter than an oven roaster out there. In fact, we have at least tied our all-time record high temperature at Hopkins Airport, which was 94 degrees set back in 2018, 6 years ago. There's a chance we may have broken that record as well. We could have hit 95. And these 90-degree temperatures are not done, even though there's been a little bit of relief, believe it or not, from these temperatures in some spots, very isolated locations. And as you'll see in mere moments, this is an exception to the rule of just the continued heat and dry weather conditions we've had here in Northeast Ohio. So we'll first of all have a look at radar, and there are some clusters of thundery weather, some with some heavy rain and even some severe thunderstorm warnings issued earlier by the National Weather Service in Cleveland. Now the closest warning that we have is actually down around Massillon or so. We'll show you that a little bit closer detail here. Dalton area, basically well to the south of Cleveland proper. There also are some storm clusters in the heat of the day when you get 90-degree temperatures and dew point levels that are near 70, which is tropical level of dew point. No surprise that these thunderstorms have cropped up. Out in Lorain County, we have a pretty good thunderstorm going. Maybe a little lightning in here. There's not been much lightning. This echo to the north and west of Grafton appears to be traveling a little north of east toward Eaton and Eaton Estates. Close to North Ridgeville. And then also one little cluster of thundery weather will zoom out a little farther here up toward Ashtabula County around Roaming Shores and Rock Creek. There were some storms moving through, and that earlier cluster around Cherry Valley is heading into Pennsylvania. Also some showers down around Parkman and south of Middlefield and near Newton Falls, where those continue to move toward the south and east. We'll zoom out a little bit more here and show you the extent of the thundery weather. More storms down around Columbus. Meantime, crib cam. It looks like a little schmutz on the camera there. That doesn't look like a very nice shot there. There are plenty of birds, too, I'm sure, around the crib cam. Meanwhile, the condition of the lake has been fairly innocuous. Not much in the way of wavy conditions out there on Lake Erie. And in terms of our winds and waves, how does that look? Well, you can see a southeast wind out on Lake Erie becoming south or offshore tonight at 5 to 10 knots. And our waves are running a foot or less. Pretty flat water out there. And then south winds becoming northeast at 5 to 10 knots for tomorrow. Wave action again, a foot or less. The water temperature is 67 degrees and holding. Meantime, hot temps are persistent, not just today, with heat index values in the triple digits. Those hot temperatures are forecast again for tomorrow. Definitely going to be super soupy, mega muggy, all those great words used to describe the heat of summer. From outer space, you can see some of the shadows from earlier from the clouds. Look at that. Casting a shadow on the ground, and then, boom, the pop-up thunderstorms that fire up during the heat of the day. You see the whole state basically awash in sunshine. And then the cumulus field of cumulus clouds, they grow into inflamed cumulonimbus clouds. Ooh, scary. Meanwhile, the good news is no other wide-scale severe weather. If you're lucky enough to get into some water, which there are many dry areas here in northern Ohio, it is nice to get a good dousing. And that usually takes the mercury from the 90s down into the 70s pretty handily. It's good to have that as well. A wider view of the lower 48 and Mexico, showing the fairly quiet weather conditions all across the southwest. There are some other thunderstorms that are around the region. We'll show you that on regional radar here. And some storm clusters up around Sault Ste. Marie, east of Thunder Bay. And also stormy weather around Sioux Falls up toward the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Also storm clusters close to Pittsburgh and south and east of Buffalo around Rochester. So you can see the spotty nature of the storms. Now, how does this all shake out? We'll show you the maps in motion for tonight. High pressure continues the circulation of the winds out of the south and west. Winds flow clockwise around high pressure in the northern hemisphere. You can see it keeps the colder air mass at bay. Anything north and west of around the UP of Michigan, that air mass stays pretty steady. You can see it's being blocked. It's getting blocked by Bermuda High, and it continues. High pressure off the Delmarva there. This is tomorrow morning, and we'll continue to advance the maps here tomorrow afternoon. That front is being kept at bay, so that basically means we are in the soup. We are awash in high dew point air that's pretty much polluted by a very moist air mass, courtesy of the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic Ocean. That air mass is staying steady. Tomorrow night, the cold front doesn't make much inroads at all. It's over Minnesota and back into the panhandle of Texas. Still showing it as a cold front on Wednesday morning, but that's doubtful as high pressure remains in control. Wednesday evening, that stationary, quasi-stationary frontal boundary draped over the Great Lakes and back into the panhandle of Oklahoma. That's as close as that front is going to get to us. All right, here is a look now at our Futurecast computer model, and we're still showing the potential tomorrow for some thunderstorms to fire up during the heat of the day, like we saw today. We'll pause the action right there about 2 in the afternoon. You can see storm clusters are appearing once more, so we'll keep the potential for some afternoon thunderstorm pop-ups to occur. Some with some very heavy downpours and maybe even some small hail, not out of the question. Meantime, how about dew points? Dew point fall from earlier? No comfortable air mass. Ignore that banner. It is not going to become comfortable anytime soon. We've got more hot, humid, stuffy air on the way. And that includes for tonight as well. Partly to mostly cloudy skies, warm and stuffy. Fans and ACs getting a real workout here. We'll be lucky to be in the mid-70s for a little while. Sunset tonight, incidentally, 9:04 as we head closer to the first day of summer, just about 4 days away or so, before the summer solstice already and the longest daylight hour of the year. Then it starts going the other way. Not a fan of that. South winds trying to freshen, doing a poor job of it at 5 to 10. Tomorrow, hazy, hot, and humid. 94. Another day in the mid-90s with heat index values once again near 100, near the century mark. Stay away out of the hot sun of the heat of the day if you possibly can. Sunrise now is a minute later at 5:54. We've already had our earliest sunrise at 5:53. But we're still gaining minutes at the end of the day, even though we're losing a little bit of time in the morning. Southwest winds at 5 to 10. All right, let's put it together for the extended outlook now. The extended showing a PM pop-up. Say that 5 times fast. Wednesday's high 95. The heat wave continues. Official definition of a heat wave here in Northeast Ohio is 3 days or more at 90 degrees plus. And we've got all of that and more, I guess. 74 Wednesday night. We're still expecting hot air, plenty of hot air. On Thursday, 95. A 91 on Friday, still hot and humid. Saturday's high 92, and it looks like we are going to see just a little bit of relief by Sunday. Sunday back into the 80s, but of course the highlight that we have for you, try and stay cool out there, everybody, with a heat wave, temperatures in the mid-90s, everybody. Appreciate you getting your forecast right here, folks. Please stay cool, please stay safe. Please put out water for your pets. Keep them indoors in the air conditioning where they belong. And please be kind, for sure, to everybody, including the 4-foots. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful night and stay cool. From the AJ Colby Weather Center, I am AJ Colby. Have a great night.